Breaking news. President Donald Trump has just announced a massive new 100% tariff on Chinese imports. That's right. Every product imported from China could now cost twice as much as before.
The stock market plunging nearly 900 points at the close after President Trump's new threat to China tonight, a 100% tariff on Chinese imports. What the president is furious about. The Dow closing down 878 points, the Nasdaq down 820, the S&P 500.
The new tariffs are set to take effect on November 1st, and they come as retaliation against China's new export controls on rare earth minerals, materials critical for smartphones, electric vehicles, and advanced defense systems. This decision has already sent shockwaves through global markets. Stocks dropped, investors panicked, and world leaders are scrambling to respond. But what's really behind this move? And what could it mean for you, for businesses, and for the global economy? Let's break it down. The US and China have been locked in a trade rivalry for years. Back in 2018, President Trump launched a wave of tariffs to pressure China over trade imbalances and intellectual property disputes. Those tariffs were partially rolled back, but tensions never truly disappeared. Fast forward to 2025. China tightens its control over rare earth exports, minerals used in almost every modern technology. The US sees that as an aggressive move, and now Trump is firing back.
They hit the world with something that really is not anything that people are going to do, and it was shocking. I can tell you, Howard and I and Todd, Scott, we were all speaking about it before, and we said, where did that come from? It was that was out of the blue, right? Out of the blue, they came up with this whole import-export concept, and nobody knew anything about it. So.
According to the White House, this new policy adds a 100% tariff on all Chinese imports, on top of existing taxes already in place. That means if a product from China currently faces a 25% tariff, it will now face 125% total. Trump claims this will bring jobs and manufacturing back to America and punish what he calls unfair Chinese practices. But experts warn the effects might be very different. Higher import costs mean higher prices for electronics, clothing, cars, and even basic household goods. Within hours of the announcement, stock markets reacted sharply. The Dow Jones and S&P 500 both dipped as investors feared a new trade war. Tech and manufacturing stocks were hit hardest, since many depend on Chinese components. China's state media condemned the move as economic aggression, and officials hinted at possible retaliation, including their own tariffs on U.S. goods or restrictions on American companies operating in China. The message from Beijing was clear. If the United States chooses confrontation, China will respond accordingly. On paper, tariffs target foreign producers, but in reality, consumers and businesses often bear the cost. When tariffs raise the price of imported goods, American companies have to either absorb the cost or pass it on to buyers. That means higher prices at the store and more pressure on inflation. Small businesses that rely on affordable Chinese products could be squeezed hardest. For them, this is not just a policy headline, it's survival. This move could also face legal challenges. Several earlier Trump-era tariffs were struck down or limited by U.S. courts for exceeding presidential authority. Lawyers are already preparing to test whether a 100% blanket tariff can stand. Politically, the move is dividing Washington. Supporters call it a bold step to defend American industry. Critics say it's reckless and could push the global economy toward a recession. And internationally, allies are worried. European and Asian partners fear being caught in the crossfire of another trade war. To understand the real stakes, we have to look at rare earth minerals, the hidden battlefield in this conflict. China dominates more than 70% of global rare earth production. These materials power everything from iPhones to fighter jets. This isn't just about tariffs, it's about economic power. The US and China are competing for dominance in the technologies of the future: artificial intelligence, electric vehicles, green energy, and defense innovation. Every tariff, export ban, and trade restriction is part of that bigger struggle. Some analysts call this the start of Trade War 2.0, a conflict that could reshape global trade for decades. Others see it as a negotiating tactic, a bold move meant to pressure China into making concessions before upcoming talks. Either way, it's a gamble with global consequences, and the world is watching closely.
Look, we're going to have to see what happens. That's why I made it November 1st. We'll see what happens, yeah.
Mr. President,
Go ahead, please.
what else besides software could be on the table in terms of export controls?
A lot more. I mean, you have software, but you have a lot more. We have airplanes, we have airplane parts. You remember that from last time? And we were just surprised that China. I have a very good relationship with President Xi, and they did that. This is not something that I, instigated. This was just a response to something that they did. And they didn't really aim it at us. They aimed it at the whole world. The whole world is subject to it. So I thought it was very, very bad. But we have many things, including a big thing is airplanes. They have a lot of Boeing planes, and they need parts.
So what happens next? There are three possible paths. Option 1, China and the US strike a deal, the tariffs are delayed or canceled. Option 2, both sides dig in, a full trade war erupts, hitting global markets hard. Option 3, US courts block parts of the tariff, creating a political and legal standoff. Each path carries risks, but one thing is certain, the global economy is entering another period of uncertainty.
Trump's new 100% tariff on China could redefine global trade, impact prices around the world, and reshape the balance of economic power. But will it bring manufacturing back to America or spark another economic storm? Only time will tell. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more deep dives into global politics and economics. Thanks for watching, and stay tuned.